Good morning from the Channel Islands, Jersey and the Channel Islands. This is Trade with M today, and I hope you're all well and had a great weekend. We're looking at the London Open at the moment. If you enjoy this kind of video, would you please hit subscribe or like and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more of, you'd like to be notified when there's a new video. Basically, what I'm doing is showing you my view on the charts, and it's not trading advice, it's just a very slow approach to trading, if you like. Don't promise Lamborghinis tomorrow, but I do promise to be honest about everything that I'm seeing, about the trades that I'm taking, and mainly the trades I'm not taking, because in my view it's all about those. If you're interested in all of that, then you're in the right place at the right time. Okay, let's get into it. So today we can clear off our charts. This was our weekend overview, the results of that. So we've got a few more pairs today that we can trade for the OPRs, which is a good improvement on last week where we didn't have much. So let's get right into it. I'm using the IG Markets open positions. I'm using the Harmony Technologies email, which you can subscribe to, which there's always a link in the description of the video, and I'm using TradingView for my charts, plus others, which potentially I'll explain as we go along. Okay, so let's have a look. Pound yen. It's bullish on IG markets. Okay. Let's take a look over at the Harmony Technologies email for the relative OPRs. Pound yen, where are you? Let's just check these out. Aussie Swiss. Okay. Pound yen. Neutral plus 11. Okay, so less bullish. Oops. What it's done is return to this level, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. What we can do is potentially, yes, you can see it better on the 1 hour, but what we've got going on is a little box. Really? A channel, let's say. Trading within, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on the top, 1, 2 touches on the bottom of this dip, but that's a yen. That's the yen, isn't it? So potentially looking at the price action, we don't have a trade yet, but we might do if it reaches the bottom of our channel. So we'll move our indicator lines down there right now. Okay, that's pound yen. Pound Swiss. So the pound Swiss has had the relative OPR, 75% correlation, by the way. The relative OPR and the moving average on the bullish side, and the OPRs on the bearish side. So bearish neutral FX SSI and plus 79. So less bullish on the relative OPR, and it's less bullish on the price action, isn't it? Sorry, let's go to the 4 hour. Okie doke. It's flirting around this level. I think that might be just slightly confusing at the moment. Let's move that to our, yeah, I think that looks better, don't you? And then what we've got is a trend line appearing from this 4 hour order block. Could even say that's a channel as well, look. So I think it'll probably get up to there and then fall, but we wouldn't trade that. We don't have enough elements lining up at this moment in time. Euro pound. Okay, so do we have a moving average cross, or do we have... No, we don't. So it's going to go in this box. Although it looks like it could potentially be coming up to the moving average, couldn't it? Okay, let's have a look on here. Neutral, neutral, minus 27. Yeah, no trade at the moment. This is a great place for a trade, but I probably won't make it up there. Don't have enough data yet. Euro pound, euro yen. Let's see the euro yen. Okay. Yeah. Not enough information. Was that a kangaroo? Yeah. That's kind of a kangaroo tail thing. Yeah, we don't have enough information. Let's put our relative OPRs on there just for us to say bullish, bullish and +9. So it's not moving really, is it? We'd like to see that move. Sorry, we're not going there. We're going Euro Aussie, which I think we parked yesterday or Saturday. Euro Aussie. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so this was a trade last week, which I'm going to get rid of that actually, because that's no, it ended up in about 1 hour profit at the end of the week. I have to close my trades on my prop account on Friday, so get rid of that. So I closed it at, made a 0.2 hour profit. Not great, because it just hasn't pushed off this level. When I was looking at it, I drew a trend line here, and it broke the trend line, which was fine, but clearly it wasn't ready yet. Potentially, it will be ready very shortly. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Ah, okay. Just had a Gator set up on the 1 hour, but I don't really like this. So yeah, I wouldn't trade that yet. Potentially wait for it to breach this level, but we can keep our eye on that. Interesting. Euro Swiss. Again, it's down here in this box because we don't have much that lines up on this chart. Let's find it. Bearish, neutral, +76. So bullish on the relative OPRs, bullish on the moving average on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, but bearish on the actual OPRs. So again, couldn't trade it, but will it fall within this pattern? Don't know right now. Euro Singapore, again, had a trade on the Euro Singapore last week, and let's have a look at it. Ooh. Okay. Nice. What do we have on the Euro Singapore? -81, so less bullish. But ding ding ding. Okay, so yesterday I thought it would do that, and it's done better than that. Right. That was last week's trade, which was about a 1 hour winner. I would say, let's see what we've got on the 1 hour. Yes. There's actually a trade there right now. We can't predict the future. Well, we can look at price action and allow that to help us. So basically it's last kissed this box it was trading in the box for quite some time. It's printed a last kiss candle, which means that you put your stop loss just inside the box, probably to be safe about there. You put your profit target at this order block here, meaning a 3.14 potential trade. So it's nice, and it's a Gator setup. Let's just have a look at the 1 hour fractals. Okay, it's not a 1 hour Gator just yet. Interesting. For it to be a 1 hour Gator, it would need to clear that, but let's have a look at the 4 hour. Yes, 4 hour, yeah. Yeah, so we would take it on the 1 hour once it cleared this level here. Which is a bit painful because then your risk to reward is 0.75. But, or you could just use this candle, which is a last kiss off there, and just trade it naked. You do have these, which are good. Just have a look at the lower time frame. Oh, it's the 30-minute MA cross. Sorry, I'm just thinking. And a 15-minute moving average cross. That's one to keep an eye on for sure. Just put it at the top there. Alright, Euros, Singapore, CAD Swiss, probably not lining up, but we'll have a quick look at it. CAD Swiss. Bearish plus 88. Yeah, it's not lining up at all. Not tradable. So we won't bother looking at that too much. AUDCAD. AUDCAD. So, what do we have here? We got AUDCAD, which has it's the moving average sorry, let's have a look at the relative OPR numbers. Plus 38. It's above our 35% threshold for relative OPR trading, so it fits. What else have we got? It's just crossed the moving average on the 4 hour. This was a Gator signal on the 4 hour. This is the Gator fractal, so what did it do? It did. It traded above our Gator fractal. It's got pretty much everything on its side, this one. Let's see how you would get into a trade. Okay, it's coming up to this, which is not great on the 1 hour. We need it to whip through that. How could we trade it? For our Gator, no, it's not. It's a displacement candle on 15-minute. I know entry back into it, but we would prefer that to be on the 1 hour, that setup, and then we could take that trade. Ouch. 30-minute. Oh, we got displacement on the 30-minute, but we don't have the 1 hour. No, not terribly good. It's actually a trade right now. Oh, what am I doing? Long position. You could argue that is the trade. It would get you into it. And then what you do is trade it to the top of the box, which is here. So potentially trade it up to at least there, which would be a 7.83R trade. Let's have a look on the 1 hour again. Oh, I do think that's a good trade. Okay, 4 hour, where's the next point of interest? 4 hour would be there, being conservative there. That's a very, very tight stop loss. Doesn't give us any room for manoeuvre. In fact, that's dangerous. We would at least put it there, giving us 3.54. Anyway, we can keep our eyes on that. It's coming up to 10 o'clock, so it's coming up to the 4 hour candle, showing us some kind of decision. Keep our eye on that one. AUDCAD, Aussie New Zealand. Been waiting for these to come back to be bullish. Aussie New Zealand, where are you? Bullish, +7. Not bullish enough. It's this dashed line is the central point in the box, and we don't have the moving average yet on the 4 hours, so we wouldn't trade it, but it's coming up to a moving average cross, so we'll see how it reacts when it gets there. Aussie Swiss probably doesn't have things lining up yet. Oh. The orange mark is my point of interest, i.e. I said when it gets here then we'll take another look. Let's just see what the relative OPRs are, because I bet they're still bullish. And they are, +33. Because it's not tradable, even though it's in a good place. 61% correlation. It's just done this, but that was the Asian session, so we kind of disregard that in a way. It's still bullish, isn't it? It's still powering on up there, so do we move this and wait for another sell somewhere north of there? Possibly not enough lining up for us to trade that yet. Aussie yen. Okay, Aussie yen. Again, it's in the top of a box. Key point of resistance up here, and it's done exactly as we thought it would do, which is a good sign. But we need it to go, well, we need to go, let's have a look. Aussie yen, bullish, +68. Yeah, okay. Only thing is this. So, it's wait and see time. It's wait and see time on that one. Aussie yen, dollar Singapore. Relative OPR and moving average cross. +50. Bullish. Relative OPRs. But the OPRs are bearish. Oh well, can't trade it. Okay, Swissy is not lining up again with the relative OPRs. The OPRs, sorry, Swissy bearish, neutral, +47. So interestingly, less bullish. Is it turning round? Is it going to line up at some point? Perhaps up here? We shall see. Can't trade it at the moment. Yen. So, bullish, +90, flip. Very bullish, and it's just printed a trendy kangaroo tail, but we've got the threat of the Treasury in Japan Yeah, doing some big moves. So we would not trade that. Swiss yen, just watch out if you do trade it, because it will blow past your stop loss quite significantly. Meaning you'll owe your broker money. Swiss yen, or you could owe your broker money. Swiss yen, bullish, plus 26. It's really just hugging this moving average, isn't it? It's not prepared to come away from there at the moment, so no dice. Kiwi Swiss. Such a bullish chart. Kiwi Swiss. It's like a naughty baby that won't do what it's told. Bearish, plus 63. Going more bullish on the relative OPRs. No trade. And Kiwi Yen, which is up here. Same difference. What have we got on the bullish, plus 95, extremely bullish on the relative OPRs. Plus 95. Okay. Not tradable because we don't have... what don't we have? Price action. Right, gold and silver. Bullish, bullish. According to that. According to this, bearish, bearish. Bullish FX SSI, which is a number of brokers, the FX SSI numbers, so slightly more reliable than these, but they don't do the minor pairs, hence you can't get FX SSI numbers on Swiss yen, for instance, but the numbers that they do produce are good, so bullish on the metals and quite bullish even on the relative OPRs too. We're going to move those because they should be in this. Actually, they should. Really, if you're looking at coming up to, yeah, then they should be here. Interesting. Okay, silver is plus 59. Gold is plus 61, more bullish. So what can we say? Well, apart from these and the OPRs, it's in a box which you would expect to fall, but maybe we'll just see what it does at the moving average. Yeah, interesting. Okay, what have we got? Let's have a quick zip down the rest. Yeah, that's going to produce a little trendy kangaroo tail, carry on upwards. Euro New Zealand. Let's just see what the numbers are for that one. Neutral, minus 30, okay. Not good. Aussie Singapore. Still in the box. Just. Pound CAD. Yeah, this was I didn't trade it. It was a very aggressive entry, but it failed. Just fine. But, I'm just producing a 4-hour sort of kangaroo tail. Not big enough, not deep enough, but on the pound CAD, so let's have a look at the numbers. Neutral, minus 9. Okay, so it's getting more bearish on the relative OPRs. Only 55% correlation, but nevertheless. The decision time is produced that off the MA, which is interesting. Yeah, anyway. The Canadian dollar is flirting with the MA4, and it is plus 25, which hasn't changed from yesterday. The Kiwi Where are our numbers for the Kiwi? -7, so yeah, so it's less bearish. Don't know. See, I really like this spot up there for that, but it's not anywhere near it at the moment. EuroCAD. Ooh. Nice. EuroCAD. Neutral, -47. So, what could we say? -47. We've got 20 minutes, 19 minutes left of this candle. If it can produce a kangaroo tail there, then potentially you could sell it all the way down to there. Interesting. That's what I thought it was going to do. Way back there, and that would have been a long-term trade, but it has retraced twice. But this is a good sell signal on the EuroCAD. Would we like to change that at all? Maybe we would. Yes, we would. Okay, that's a really good spot for a kangaroo tail. Again, it's done the last kiss thing, so the trade is, except we don't have the bearish OPRs. Short would be, this is obviously tentative, depending on how that candle closes. I'll put unconfirmed, just so I explain myself. Unconfirmed, because this candle hasn't closed, but if it closes bearish, more bearish than that, then that's a potential trade, which would be a 1.75R trade-ish, there or thereabouts, depending on where you put this. Take profit. Sorry. Yeah, you put it somewhere whereabouts it isn't at the moment. So 1.82 trade, but again, you don't have the numbers, sadly. Pound New Zealand. Let's have a look. Neutral, -30, so it's bearish. No good. No good, because, yeah, it's just no good. New Zealand CAD. We don't have the numbers on that, I don't believe, so nothing much of muchness. Aussie is still in the channel, still moving towards this, but neutral 0. I think it's been like that for freaking ever. Oh no, -12 yesterday, so more bullish. Pound up. Excuse me. Pound Aussie. Bottom of our box. Sorry, just type a sip. Bottom of our box. See the numbers, neutral +51. So, interesting. Will it? It's flirting with these numbers. 54% correlation. Been bullish all along, even though quite bearish for the last week or 2 weeks. Will it decide? And I think it will, if I'm totally honest. We wouldn't trade that until we got the MA4 on our side. Let's have a look at the 1 hour, by the way. No. Potentially you could trade it from about there up to the top of the box and beyond, potentially, but not at the moment. It's interesting, but the pound, diddly dum. Where is it? Pound neutral -57. So it's a moving average for cross at the moment. I'll which I will just write on there. MA for cross. Alright, we do it the other way. MA cross on 4 hour. Yeah, just wait and see really, but I mean it's good numbers. You could trade that just on the relative OPR because look, you've got a really good correlation. Not that I would, nor would I recommend it, but it's a possibility. Maybe on a lower time frame you would actually get a Gator. In fact, you just have, look at that. On the 1 hour, you've got a Gator signal. This would be your, sorry, let's probably can't do that. This would be your, show you, potential entry, and that would be your take profit, 2.17. Let me just put why I would, oh no, sorry. Yeah, so that would be a 1 hour Gator with the fractal. Why wouldn't I trade it? Because we don't have the OPRs, but everything else lines up. Relative OPR, moving average, apart from the 4 hour actually. Oh, we've got a moving average cross, so yeah, that does. But we just don't have the OPRs. They are, sorry, neutral? Where's it been for? They've been ages. Wait. Yeah, oh, going bearish on FXSSI, so there you go. That might just be a trade. Pretty aggressive one. Actually, I just need to mark on there what I was thinking. So that needs to go from there to there. And if it does, then that's a potential trade situation. Euro, last case out of the box. Look at the euro numbers. Neutral, minus 35. Very nice last kiss out of the box on the 4 hour. But, oh sorry, what did I say? Oh, minus 35, so it's exactly tradable there. But it's neutral on the actual OPRs. But look, guys, 82% relative OPR correlation. We've got the price action. Let's just put it on there just to show you what that trade would actually be. In fact, you could trade it now on you could trade that now on a last case. Use that as your, sorry, use this as your stop loss. That as you take profit, and it's a 2.94R winner. Yeah. Well, we can see. Again, wouldn't trade it because, I'm going to just put the last case. Wouldn't trade it because no OPR. But it's a possibility. And pound Singapore. Let's have a look. Neutral +2. +2. Not tradable. It's not at a key level. It doesn't have anything on its side, so we won't trade that one. Okay, XRP. Flirting with the 4 hour. I'll just make that orange just so that you know what that actually is, because my orange markers are 4 hour point of interest. Sorry, 4 hour point of interest. Don't like that chart. Bitcoin, yeah, it's looking bearish to me that at the moment. Ethereum, slightly more bullish. Yeah, quite a lot more bullish. Interesting. That, could you say that's an Acapulco? No, not really, but it's a pseudo Acapulco trade where you get a big candle that shoots through a level. I mean, it kind of is, and then it trades above. So I'm just going to note that on there because you could argue you could trade that as an Acapulco 4 hour trade, and I'll show you how that would work. So if you wanted to be aggressive, you could wait for it to come back into that box. You could use that. You could use that, but that's super aggressive. Sorry, as your stop loss, I'm talking without finishing sentences. The stop loss is actually on the other side of this diver candle. But I just, to be safe, I'd put it there. And then target is wherever you want. There's liquidity here or here. If you were shooting for the stars, 4.74. Okay, that's that. NASDAQ. Oh, no. The stop loss was slightly too high on that one, but you could retrade that potentially if you wanted. But Dixie. See what happens if and when it reaches that point again. S&P. So that's a moving average cross on the S&P. Moving average 200 cross. So again, just wait and see on that one. And that's all for today, folks. Let's just have a look at these, how these were panning out, because we're getting closer to the 10 o'clock candle. 10 o'clock deadline. What did I say? I said it was a 30 minute. Yeah, it was a 30 minute. You could get it slightly at a slightly better, more improved price right now. Very aggressive entry, that. Let's just have a look what it's doing on the 15 minute. Yeah. Okay. I mean, could potentially take that trade. Let's just have a look. We'll refresh the OPRs. No, I can't, sorry. I can't do that. Yeah, it is a potential trade, that. Quite a nice one. With a 4.52 reward. 65% OPR relative OPR correlation, 38%, so just on the verge of bullish. We've got an MA4 cross. We've got an MA1 cross. I really like that trade. It's got everything in it. Your potential profit target could be here. Although to be secure, probably there. 6.3. Would you risk 1R for 6.3R? Of course you would. Okay, if you thought it was a high probability setup, and it certainly is that to me. To me. I'm not giving you trading advice, I'm just saying. Okay, I'll keep my eye on that one over the next few minutes. And I wish you happy trading, as my mentor would say. Have a great week. It's Monday, start of the trading week. Have a good one. Take care, guys. Bye.